Hey, Pisces, intuitive soul coach here with your August 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. Pisces, some of you may be doing a little bit of research. You may be looking into a relationship, as in you're wanting to get to know someone. This is also about taking something forward in matters of a relationship. And this may have to do with lessons that you've learned in the past and taking what you've learned and turning it into wisdom, moving forward by taking action. Now, bottom of the deck, you have freedom. This may have to do with liberating yourself. Some of you may be dealing with contractual agreements, paperwork. This could be settlements, divorce, things of that nature. But I'm getting this strong sense of freedom here. And now you're able to explore, you're able to launch off, you're able to take the energy to the next level. So you have the wheel showing up here. A lot of signs have been getting the wheel from this deck, and this is about forward movement. It reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, and for some of you, you may have felt stuck, you may have felt stagnant, you weren't quite sure how to move something forward, or it may have even been a little bit inconsistent. You may have been going back and forth. I'm getting a lot of start, go. But now you have the books card, which does talk about education, knowledge. You now know something that you didn't know before, or you're able to use something you've learned to move forward. There is a spiritual realization here in matters of the heart. So when it comes to relationships, I feel like you're really trusting in your inner knowing, your inner wisdom. And if there was any inconsistency, I feel like there's a new opportunity to move forward and end a situation that may have eluded you, or it may have felt stuck. I'm getting a sticky, stuck energy of back and forth, inconsistency, possibly even reckless for some of you. It may have felt a little bit reckless, like you were going a million miles per hour, but you weren't quite sure how to stay on the track, right? And there is an opportunity for you to walk away from something. And you have the Wheel of Fortune showing up. So the wheel coming up twice. You have this ability, Pisces, to turn the wheel at any given point in your life. When things feel off, you feel it. I mean, you're a water sign. And so what I'm picking up on is something didn't quite feel right for you. And you knew that it couldn't move forward in the energy that it was at. Right? And there's a new opportunity coming in for you. And this new opportunity has to do with celebration, celebrating, being free from something. I do see that plans didn't work out the way that you thought they were going to, or the way that maybe you had hoped. But you also are a deep emotional being, and you know that it's not going to be your only opportunity. And I feel like you've put an end to some sort of pain, some sort of conflict, some sort of challenge. Now we do have the Six of Cups showing up here. Some of you may have been dealing with a partnership that you've been in for quite some time, or it is past life, or you've known each other before. And maybe you have given this person second chance after second chance, but because the Six of Cups is in reverse and we have the Ten of Swords crossing your path, I feel like you are done with the past energy and you're ready here to learn what you've needed to learn and do something differently. So even if that is remaining in a relationship, but not doing the same thing you've been doing because you want different results. And you know by doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results, and that just doesn't work for you anymore. If this is letting go of, walking away from, this could be a graceful ending where you honor yourself and the other person. Even if you have been disconnected from them physically for quite some time, I do feel like you still energetically may go back and forth with that Knight of Wands. You may think, well, there was a connection there. There was a lot of chemistry, a lot of passion. But what you're doing is you're remembering the why. You're remembering why it didn't work out in the first place. And I feel like a lot of you are moving on from that situation. It's been a slow and steady ride here for you. But I feel like you are waiting for the right moment, or you have been waiting for the right moment. And I feel like it's now. That's why you have this spiritual realization. So Pisces, because we have the wheel here, again, I feel like you may have been stuck on the side of the road, right, with a flat tire, and you were waiting for AAA to come give you a boost. And that's where the spiritual realization comes in. Now, you are the AAA as well. You are the one that connects to the divine, and you're the one that calls for help, right? Saying, okay, I'm stuck on the side of the road here. I have 2 flat tires. I can't move forward. What do I need to do? And I feel for some of you, you may have learned yourself how to fix that tire instead of waiting. And I feel like you learned a lot. Whenever the books card shows up in this love reading, you've learned a lot in past experiences. And if you keep doing the same thing over and over, but you keep getting disappointed, I feel like some of you, one of these days, and if not today, right, or this month, you're going to say, I'm done. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I am moving on. I know that this has been inconsistent, but sometimes we stay because we think if we love someone enough, or if we just give it a little more time, it'll grow, or it'll get better, or we'll wait till the kids are grown, or we'll wait, right? We always think that things are going to change, but unless the energy shifts, then it's going to stay in that loop. And that's what you're getting out of, is some sort of loop, pattern, or never-ending cycle here. Now, you have the spiritual realization. This reminds me of the Hierophant mixed with the High Priestess. I feel like you're looking at your values, your beliefs, your traditions, the tradition of marriage even, and you're coming up with a new truth for yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't believe in the foundations of, whatever you grew up with, but you may be looking at it from a different point of view. You may be saying, hey, maybe we don't have to get married, or maybe this dynamic that I thought I had to stay in because that's what you do when you're in marriage, maybe I can break out of this. Maybe I don't have to be in a situation that religion told me, or my family told me, or how I was raised to believe. I've worked and worked and worked on something, but perhaps it's time to free myself from it. So whatever this is for you, there is a spiritual download, a realization, you trusting in your inner truth. And I feel like that is going to be the catalyst that shakes things up here to allow you to move forward and to allow you freedom. Now you have 2 cards here showing up that literally have the word freedom to move and moving forward. So some of you could quite literally be moving. Okay. If this is a long distance relationship where you've been apart from a person, okay, there could be an opportunity to bridge the gap is what I'm getting. But because we have the 10 of Swords, I feel like some of you, you're not quite sure if this is the right thing, or if it's going to be different when you do come together, if that's the case, because something feels inconsistent. And I feel like it's important for you to trust in yourself at this time. Now we do have a decision, and we have some new goals coming in here for you. You have the key card, and I feel like there's going to be decisions that come up. I'm not sure if it's in the month of October though, or excuse me, August. Okay, there could be something here with October. Let's get a timing card. Okay, we have in a few months, which would quite literally be October. So Freudian slip there, no such thing. This is possibly going to come full circle within a few months for you, where you're out of this for good. Or maybe if you filed for divorce, maybe the paperwork is finalized by October, maybe you're buying a new home and in 90 days you're able to move in. There is something here happening over the course of the next 3 months, and I feel like it's good. I feel like you will be celebrating this as well. But there has been some sort of delay. Now, for others of you, perhaps you're able to move forward with an engagement or with a relationship that's just felt a little bit stuck, maybe due to endings externally outside the relationship. Maybe there was a job that ended. Perhaps there was, a move or a family dynamic where there were some struggles and endings had occurred here, and maybe that was a little bit of a blockage towards opportunities to find love, even if you're single. I feel like you've been working on maybe your studies, your craft, your career. This could be learning new things, education, spending time with friends and family. That could be coming to an end, not the spending time with friends and family, but some sort of label or title. So if you've been single for quite some time, there may be an opportunity to enter into a new contract. For those of you that have been married, there could be an opportunity to, not be married, be single here. So I feel like titles or labels that, that we put upon ourselves here in the earthly realm, there's something shifting coming in here for you. All right, we start off with the Knight of Wands. It is in the reverse, or it felt like it kept spinning, and that makes sense with the Knight of Wands energy, because this can be an energy of looking for the next adventure. It can be inconsistency at times, chasing passions, chasing desires. It can be instant gratification as well. And I feel for you, Pisces, you may want a little bit of fun and may want a little spontaneity, but you also want stability. And I'm just not quite sure this is it. I mean, if you're alone, if you're single, you may be putting yourself out there, having a good time, but the relationships or the people that you're meeting, it's not sticking. It's just maybe one night here and there where you date someone, maybe you don't see them again, maybe there's some follow-up text, but I feel like it doesn't quite grow. And for those of you that are in a relationship, I do feel like there's a lot of back and forth. Okay, so you have two energies crossing you this month. You have the Four of Cups. It's in reverse, which is good because it means that you are reaching out, or it means that you are seeing a new opportunity instead of feeling a little bit pessimistic or bored, or even I'm getting like self-absorbed type of energy where maybe you're just focusing on you, your dreams, your family, your career. Sometimes we focus on these other things that we're not always putting ourselves out there looking for love. And I feel like you are making a conscious choice. So this means you're aware of it. You're making a conscious choice to leave something behind in order for you to open your eyes to a new opportunity here. Now, what's below you is the Wheel of Fortune. I love the Wheel of Fortune showing up for you, which is your energy as well, Sag and Pisces. But this is a turning point. And you've had many of these in your life, Pisces, where you know when it's time to get off of the revolving door, right? When it's time to step out of it and embrace a new energy, embrace a new beginning. Some of you might start to feel a little bit of anticipation, a little restlessness. Maybe you start rearranging the home, or you want to sell some items or get rid of them, donate. You go through your closets. You get this spring cleaning type of vibe and energy because you know that things are ready to get shaken up a little bit here, and you want to bring about some good fortune, good luck, new energies. And that's what I see you ready to do again. But you have the ability to be able to recognize when something is being repetitive, redundant, or if there's a lesson you've already learned. Okay, because this can also be the wheel of karma. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Karma, right? It spins this way and it spins this way. And I feel like what's happening now is if it has been spinning a little backwards, or if you have been feeling like you've been in a repetitive cycle, you're ready to move forward up out of that energy. But for a while there, with the Four of Pentacles in the recent past, you started to get comfortable, right? You started to get comfortable within your space, within your zone, but we rarely grow in our comfort zone. And I feel like there's an opportunity for you to expand, for you to evolve in some way, shape, or form when it comes to relationships in your life and the relationship that you have with yourself. And Four of Pentacles is about opening up to affection, because sometimes we withhold affection because that can be a defense mechanism, because we're focused on other responsibilities. We don't really want to open up, or maybe we do, but we just feel like we don't have time to. If you're in a relationship, maybe you've become too secure within it to try anything new. And I'm just getting redundancy or feeling like you've been on default mode for a little while, Pisces, and it's time to have fun. It's time to switch things up and open up to a new beginning. This can also be the halfway to marriage card. It can be 1111, twin flame, but you're going from the Four of Pentacles, right? Shaking things up in the physical world to spiritual changes, spiritual enlightenment, putting yourself out there, connecting with new people, connecting with your friends, with your family. Leo season is all about, putting yourself out there and having fun and joy. Leo is the sun energy in tarot. And so I feel like there's a bright opportunity to connect with others, to open your heart, have fun, bring joy. This could be musical concerts. It could be camping. It can be events. It can be a major milestone such as a move or communal achievement, communal recognition. I feel like you are getting noticed here, but the fact that it did show up in a little bit of the lower vibration, I feel like you're still holding off. But the message here from Spirit is have fun. Shake up your balance in your world. Allow yourself to step out of a comfort zone. Just because things have been routine, stagnant, or maybe they didn't work out the way that you thought they were going to in the past, celebrations are coming in sooner than you think here. And we have this next few months card. So August could be the catalyst month to shake up things, to really see relationships and growth and evolution when it comes to matters of the heart, such as deepening of relationships, deepening of commitments. I'm also getting a lot more fun, a lot more spontaneity. And if you've been feeling the Five of Wands in reverse, which can be competitiveness, maybe even criticism, if you've been dating or you put yourself out there, maybe this is online dating, or if you just feel like you haven't found the right person, I feel with this Five of Wands in reverse, this can be about coming together, right? Meeting someone, finally feeling like you are getting ahead in a way, but it does require some sort of change or shake up here. And fives can, yes, they can bring change and uncertainty, and sometimes it feels conflicting. This can also be travel. It can even be drama, too many people in the mix, but because it's in reverse, I feel like there's conflict resolution through some sort of change. Okay, we're going from the fours and the fives. I mean, you have 3 fours. I'm just noticing that you have 3 fours, 4 of cups, 4 of wands, 4 of pentacles. So the one that we're missing here is the 4 of swords. So have you done the healing? Is there healing that needs to be done? Maybe you want to take a pause and maybe rest a bit. Maybe that's part of this downtime. If you have been going, like I said earlier, at full speed, maybe it's time to take a little bit of a pause, and it's when you pause that change really ushers in. But I feel like there is an end to some sort of, competitiveness or arguing, maybe drama. If this is in the family, this could be siblings as well. You may be stepping back from it is what I'm getting. Maybe there's a situation that you withdrew from, okay? Some of you checked out, you withdrew from it because you knew it wasn't consistent or it wasn't going to stick. You may have put an ending to it. Now, in your energy, you do have the 6 of cups. Six of Cups can be romanticizing the past. So be mindful for those of you that tend to look back into a relationship. We tend to focus on either the real bad or the real good. And some of you may be saying, well, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I should go back, right? I want you to remember that you've moved forward up out of that energy and you don't want to go back to it, because the same thing is going to occur unless there's been massive growth, massive healing. But I don't see that because we're missing the Four of Swords. Now, Six of Cups can be a strong past life connection, but I'm also getting kindness for oneself. This is about second chances, but some of you are cutting off a second chance, okay, because maybe you've given it too many times. I feel like you are wanting to open up to something completely fresh. Yeah, completely fresh here. Now, what's going on in your environment? You do have the Queen of Pentacles showing up. Queen of Pentacles can be resourcefulness. She's very nurturing, very homey, very down to earth. There is a message here about you taking care of yourself, okay? Taking care of your home, your needs, your desires. Some of you also, I'm getting a strong homebody, okay? For those of you that have felt like you've been stuck in your home, or, you are ready to get out there, or maybe you just connect better with plants and animals. I get it. I have over 25 plants in my home, right? So you may be someone who just likes to be at home and be in your safe zone. But I also feel for some of you, there is potentially a soulmate. There is a new opportunity for those of you that are single, and it may be a perfect month to go explore whatever that may be for you, whatever you're interested in, curious about, or if you're receiving a message from the divine. Maybe it's on an ad on the radio or a billboard, or a friend tells you about an upcoming event or a trip. I say buy the ticket or say yes. For others of you, if you are in a relationship, I'm just getting it's important to maybe even host an event or have some people over. Some of you may be moving due to some sort of separation here as well, or maybe things, again, didn't turn out how you thought they would, but I feel it is important for you to nurture and take care of yourself, your children, if you have them, your family. Yeah, some of you are just focusing on your finances. Finances could be part of the mix. Maybe you are, wanting to increase your income, and perhaps that's been a factor. I also see for some of you, this may have to do with someone at work. Okay, this dynamic, there could be someone bothering you at work, or it feels stressful, and maybe the work of stress is impacting a relationship in your life. Because we also have the Three of Pentacles showing up here in your hopes and fears. So when the Three of Pentacles shows up in reverse, I feel like someone wasn't being the best team player. There could have even been an external influence. I mean, it could be third party. It doesn't have to be cheating, but it can be that someone chose their career before the relationship, or maybe they chose, a different path. They chose something above you, or something external affected the dynamic, and maybe that's why it had come to an end. Okay, and that's a fear of yours that that's going to happen. So maybe some of you, you've kind of pulled back from that energy and you're moving forward and you're saying never again, right? I'm getting this enough is enough type of vibe here. Even though I don't see tons of challenging cards, I feel like this is more about personal power and you feeling empowered to make a move, because this is you. You are the catalyst here with the Wheel of Fortune. You are the one that is moving this wheel, right? Think a Wheel of Fortune. Is it Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, where you go up and you spin the big old wheel. And I feel like you are the one that is given in a big old spin. You may not know where that little, the little pointer is going to land, but I feel for you, it's going to land you in a better position than what you've been in, because it's going to shake things up. And right now you may be thinking any kind of shakeup is going to be beneficial than where I'm at, because you've already learned the lessons, you've learned what you've needed to learn. And I feel like you want to work together. Some of you may have even been in a blended family, or there were others involved. Maybe your children were involved or theirs were. Some of you may have built a relationship with someone's family. I do feel that some of you may have even tried counseling or therapy in the past, but because this is in reverse, I feel like it's a big fear, or even ending a situation because you've tried all the things, but it still hasn't worked. And that's where you've hit a glass ceiling, right? It's so different if you have been married a year and one little thing, happens and you decide to throw in the towel and you're like, nah, I'm not going to have that. And that's your choice. But I feel in this case, you've given chance after chance and you've tried all resources. You've tried everything you can possibly think of. And I feel like it still hasn't quite worked out the way that you thought. But it's like just when you let go, right? When you finally let go and you're able to move forward, that's when this change ushers in a big way, or you initiate change, but it brings about a new beginning. We forget that endings bring in sometimes magical new beginnings, and we don't always feel that way while we're going through it. But you have the Knight of Pentacles showing up. This is trusting in your path moving forward. You can see that he's moving on, but he doesn't have the reins. He's not dragging the horse behind him saying, come with me. This is how things have to, be done. There's been a level of trust that's been built over time. And I feel like you are trusting in your spiritual path. And maybe that's been something you've been building up, is trusting in who you are, trusting in your choices, trusting in your higher self, higher power, divine, God, universe, right? You are walking forward, even if all you're doing is putting one step in front of the other and making that conscious choice to do so each and every day. I feel like it's a lot more honest. It's a lot more trustworthy. And I'm also getting, for those of you that are single out there, you might be entering into feeling really good about being single. Sometimes being single gets that hype of, what's wrong with that person? They have issues if they're single, or they must be so lonely, or they must be so sad, or whatever it is. That's just society's way of deeming, singles at times, but it can be such an empowering part of, your I almost said transportation. Some of you, maybe you are transporting into a new, but I feel like transformation here is helping you feel more confident and good about yourself moving forward. And you are taking it one day at a time. And for those of you that are in a dynamic currently, if you're dealing with someone, I feel like you're making some slow but steady changes in this relationship to hopefully enhance it, to hopefully feel happier, more joy, whether that's traveling, even if it's traveling with your friends. Maybe you have a partner who doesn't love to do some of the things that you enjoy, but this could be you getting out there and doing them anyway. Maybe you're doing them with your children, or you're partaking in new activities and you're meeting new people. I feel like you're not letting some inconsistency. Some of you, this is also a friend who's very inconsistent. They don't show up. You may be the responsible one. You may be the one on time, but yet you ask the specific friends if they want to hang out, and then they cancel last minute or they don't show up. But I feel like you aren't giving up on your happiness. And that's what I see here, Pisces, nor should you. Now, what do we have from the wisdom of the oracle? You have co-create. Some of you may be 40 years old. Some of you may be a life path 4 or in a personal year 4. Now, co-create is a powerful energy about creativity, manifestation. It's about fruition. And it says here, connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you would have never thought on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You're going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. I have to read the reversal. because again, the Four of Swords is missing here. That's kind of what's hovering. If you have all three of, three of four, it's the fourth one that's kind of hovering over the reading. So I am getting the Four of Swords. You may still be in a healing process, or perhaps there is a little bit of healing to be had, but you know how with the Books card, or it's time to do some research on healing here. But I don't see a lot of hearts. I don't see a lot of heart in this. I see a lot of pentacle. I see a lot of wands, right? Oh, we do have one heart, Six of Cups, but it's in reverse. That is in your energy, but I'm going to read the reversal here for you. Are you trying too hard to create all you desire without the nurturing, vital force of spirit? Perhaps you are in a creative slump, right? Or facing a monumental task, but unable to decide on your first step, so you just avoid doing anything. Does the word overwhelmed apply to you right now? Why do you think it has all come down to you? Inspiration means the drawing in of the divine guidance. You must tap into spirit, not simply yourself. Yeah. And sometimes that's part of what you've learned. Pisces, you know this already, that it's important to tap into that universal energy, right? That flow of spirit, the divine. Ask spirit for inspiration. Two minds are greater than one. So co-create with your divine partner. Reclaim your partnership with spirit. Inspiration will flow through you as you get out of your own way. So I feel like you are co-creating your reality. You are stepping out of your own way in some shape or form. And maybe it is because you've done the healing work, or because you are embarking upon that healing path and that healing journey. And I feel with this Four of Pentacles, this is you not settling. This is you waiting, even if it requires you being in a period of, rest and retreat. Maybe it does require you being in that Four of Swords for a while and having fun on your healing journey. So many times we think that healing is icky and sticky and, it has to be challenging, but I feel like you can mingle in with it and play. Allow that inner child to come out and play, because that in itself can be healing. That in itself can be therapeutic. And Spirit is reminding you, don't forget to have fun as you're embarking upon this spiritual healing journey. All right, Pisces, let's get a few messages from your crystal spirits. And at this time, I ask, if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Hold it as long as you can and release with a nice big sigh out your mouth. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone showing up in your mind's eye. Perhaps your crystal has points. Maybe it's heart-shaped. It could be tumbled, polished. Maybe it's in its rawest form. Your crystal could be emanating a specific color, maybe hues of purple, orange, pink, green, or even clear. This could be a stone that you're familiar with and even know the name of. Perhaps you're even wearing it now, holding it, or it's within your visual reach. And if you're not familiar with the crystal in your mind's eye, perhaps you're feeling the energy emitting from it, maybe that of unconditional love, healing, hope, or clarity. There is no right or wrong answer, Pisces. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the channel, all you need to do is drop your crystals, whether you have 1 or 5, drop them in the comment section below to be entered into the free reading giveaway. All right, Pisces, you have a couple of interesting ones today. You have card 1 and 9. 1 and 9 could be significant. You have Agerine. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that, but the one that really stands out, your first one out, which is what we're going to read, is Bixbite. Bixbite, card 9. 9s are also about completion. 9s are about wrapping up cycles. Bixbite is about drive, courage, full speed ahead. And because you have the moving forward, the freedom, the wheel of fortune, this is definitely your crystal here. And I feel like the time to hesitate, there is a time to hesitate and there's a time to move forward. And this is the time to move forward here. Let go of anything that might impede you as you act on that inner conviction to bring love into your life by nourishing your relationships. There is a time enough for to-do lists. Today is a time for connecting and reconnecting with those you love and care about, and for reaching out to those you have said you want to get to know better. The universe is in love overdrive right now and wants you to stop focusing so much on the everyday tasks that you can start to wear yourself down. Prioritize friendships and relationships, for they have the power to help you heal and to recognize that you have all you need right now to experience contentment and fulfillment. Bixbite is a form of beryl, and due to its rarity, only small specimens can generally be found. However, even a little piece of it packs a big punch. It does. It reminds me of moldavite, and a tiny, tiny little fingernail piece can really carry a lot of energy. And it says Bixbite is an excellent stone to help increase self-esteem while simultaneously giving us the courage and energy to take action on our own behalf. So for those of you that are ready to take action, but you have a difficult time opening up with all the 4s, because we stay in our comfort zone, right? We like a sense of stability, or staying within the confinements of a situation. But if you're really truly wanting to bring in change, this stone can be life-changing. So again, Bixbite. Let's take a sneak peek at Agerine. Agerine. I'm not quite sure the pronunciation. This is about integrity, solidarity, impeccability, reliability, and consistency. And the relationship message is this. Do you struggle with trusting others? Ooh, this makes sense because you have that Knight of Wands, which can be not trusting, because people can be inconsistent. They tell you that they're going to be there a certain time, but they don't show up. They tell you that they want to move forward, but then their actions don't back it up, right? So some of you do have trouble trusting. You need to trust yourself first. And that's what this whole spiritual realization is about, trusting in your choices, your path, and moving forward. Adrian's spirit is calling you to be confident, for you deserve to trust yourself, trust the universe, and be true to yourself. Your strength and integrity will inspire others to show up as strong and reliable too. So be impeccable with your words, right? And that's one of the 4 agreements. For those of you that are familiar or maybe not familiar with the 4 agreements, the book, one of them is be impeccable with your word. And another is never take anything personally. And that may be something some of you struggle with, because I'm hearing that agreement as well. You may want to look into that or read the book. Consistently assert the values you hold dear and your right to be your unique self. For there can be no well-being when you are denying your truth. Be a beacon of integrity and you will draw to you others who appreciate you. Now this stone helps pull us out of our emotions and place us firmly in the well of our strength. Okay, and because we do see some emotions stirring up, which could be certainly that of the past, with the 6 of Cups showing up in your energy, because that's the only heart card, the only emotion and cup card that we see in your reading. This stone can help us with that. Meditating with it can assist showing us how far we've come on our journey. It encourages us to embody all that we have learned. There's the books card, right? All that we've learned and reclaim our power. And that's what you're doing here. I remember we said empowerment earlier. This is an opportune moment for you to reclaim your power regardless of where you're at, but moving forward by taking the necessary action because you're trusting in yourself. You're trusting that not only are you not alone, you have spirit helping you co-create the type of reality that you want for yourself in matters of the heart. So beautiful reminders today, Pisces, that you have everything you need to spin that wheel forward if you are feeling a little bit stuck, to liberate yourself in any way possible, okay? And you have divine inspiration. You have the ability to tap in and connect at any time. Remember, it's not just you tapping into you. It's you tapping into the divine because you are the divine. That is what I have for you, Pisces. Let's get one sneak peek just into the next 3 months because we have the in a few months card. Spirit, can we see what the next 3 months entail? Oh, that came out right away. 10 of Cups, Hanged Man. So yeah, you're getting yourself unstuck. Basically, you're seeing things from a new perspective. There is a spiritual awakening here that you've undergone. This is that transformative period, and it has everything to do with filling up those 10 cups. So remember what I said? I said we didn't see any cups besides that 6. This is past energies, past stuff that you've maybe cut out. And what's going on now is whatever you are moving forward and stepping into, it directly affects this 10 cups here. So not only is it the 1 of cups, ace, the 2, the 3, it's all of them. And this is transforming at a way where you feel this sense of emotional fulfillment. This is bliss, good fortune, unconditional love. It's joy. It's happy family. It is feeling worthy of love and knowing that you have everything you need to make this 10 of Cups your reality. Beautiful. That's what I have for you, Pisces. If you like the reading, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, comment, and do drop your crystal spirits in the comment section below to be entered into that free reading giveaway. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Lots of love.